Ellis will get $7,500. Byron Scott finished third. He'll get $5,500. And
his ability to make the big shot when it means something. He's done that continuously throughout his career. This is just a way to magnify his ability.
And now in his own town, Chicago, Michael Jordan here to defend the 1987 Slam Dunk Championship he won. And we have an announcement for you. Well, my favorite in this one's going to be the defending champion, Michael Jordan, doing those type of creative things. Well, they're on their feet in Chicago for this man, their man, the defending champion, Michael Jordan.
This is what the judges are going to have to deal with this afternoon. Much like Spud Webb when he was in Dallas, everybody expects a 10 from Michael Jordan.
And that's why Bob Neal picked him, because he always picks the home crowd favorite.
Well, Michael Jordan, I can't wait to see if he actually does unveil his Kiss the Rim reverse.
All right, well, I talked to Jerome. Jerome said he's got a little something special he's cooked up. And I asked Dominique. Dominique says he has 2 new things. I said, what do you call them? He said 2 new things.
Michael Jordan, last year's winner, the defending champion. In a game, he's spectacular. In the competition, he's spectacular.
Well, he's even more spectacular in the competition.
It's Anderson at 42, Kersey 41, Smith 40, Webb 34, and here is the defending champion, Michael Jordan.
Well, the judges, they got a lot of pressure on them. They got to come through with big scores for Jordan. Of course, Jordan wants to put some pressure on everybody by trying to do something special right out of the gate.
Everybody in the stands flashing a 10. They had him up before he got there. There's a 9.
Well, we go back and we'll take a look at Jordan. He said, I got to put some pressure on. And, you know, again, you can't ever tell what he's going to do. He looked like he might have done a 360 or something, turned inside out, kicks his legs out, and the crowd responds.
And only a 47, the crowd not real happy with that. I'll tell you what, I couldn't do that one in my dreams.
Michael Jordan said that he hoped to get to the finals with a dunk that was not as spectacular as the one he wanted to pull out then. So he did get a 47. He is now the leader. Dominique Wilkins. He first dunked when he was a 5'8" 9th grader. And now Smith with 87. Kersey is second with his 79. And here comes Michael Jordan. Jordan had a 47 on his first dunk. Needs 41 points on this to be first in this first round. He'll get more than 41.
Now, see, again, that was very similar to the Dominique dunk. But again, the legs are out. He double clutches the ball. I mean, things that catch the eye of the judges. Watch it again. Here he takes off. Now watch, the legs are out in the air. He pulls them up. He spreads them out. Pulls it from down low, up high for the 2-hand dunk. That's an appealing dunk.
And kind of leans his head out of the way to give the illusion, I'm really up there to watch. See, he's looking, and he gets his head out of the way and throws it over the top.
And the crowd has booed the 47 that Jordan was awarded. He has 2 47s for 94 points. Remember, there are 7 competitors. Ron Harper had to drop out today because of a foot injury. Set to put him out front with a 96. So it's Wilkins 96, Jordan 94, Drexler 88. The Slam Dunk Championship semifinalists now will be Dominique Wilkins, Michael Jordan, Clyde Drexler, and Otis Smith. The competition in the semifinals. Now in this round, 3 dunks for each competitor.
Well, Jordan got out of the gate last time with something special, and he wants to do the same as we start this round.
Uh-oh, measuring off the free throw line.
Jordan once said he thinks the perfect dunk would be a 360 from the free throw line.
Okay, it's T-minus 10 and counting to liftoff.
Oh, they're on their feet at the stadium already. This is reminiscent of the ABA dunking championship and Julius Erving many years ago.
Mission control, ready for launch.
That brought Dominique to his feet.
And Jordan says he likes to dribble the ball when he does a dunk, as opposed to just running with it, because he thinks that's really part of the rhythm and part of the game, and he should do that. And a 50 for Michael Jordan on his first
taking his time, it appears, and I think this is what helps him. He accelerates right at the end, just misses behind the line, but still, that's tough to beat.
There you see him coming at you. Gets ready for launch. The plant, the tongue out, the flare with the legs and the palm, and throw it through. Very nice, Michael.
Little clutch with the right arm as he goes down the first 50 that's been awarded today. And next comes Otis Smith, the 6'5" guard forward from Golden State.
Deserving of a 50 because you compare it to what Michael did.
So next up will be Dominique Wilkins. We're in the semifinals of the 1988 Gatorade Slam Dunk Championships from Chicago State. Forced to have had a 50. He said he's on a mission to prove he's among the elite of the NBA. I would agree. I don't think he needs a mission.
I'd like to know who didn't give him a 10 on that one, Dominique. That's what I'd like to know.
Now Michael Jordan with the second of his 3 dunks in the semifinals.
It's nothing new, but again, it's spectacular and it's front of the home crowd.
Well, that's what I call the Chinese Superman dunk, because he kind of flies a little sideways there. Got a little slant to the shot. There he goes. Now he leans in, fires it through with the extension of the arm, and he only got a 48. So obviously the judges are pretty tough this year.
They're tough and relatively consistent thus far. Compared to his 50, that might be a 48. That sounds pretty good.
Well, when you look at it again, and this is the one that got everybody juiced up a year ago, it looks just as good and looks like a 50 to me.
It sure does, Steve.
No, that's the one he calls the kiss the rim, because he takes his face right up to the rim, ducks it under, and then windmills. He said previous to this that he was going to add a twist to that dunk for the competition today. Let's see if he advances, and I think he probably will. They get one more dunk.
Well, he's got to make sure he just makes the next one. I think the other competitors have basically almost eliminated themselves. Unless Dominique were to miss 2 of them, he should go in. Same with Michael.
Jordan has 98 points. Wilkins 96. Drexler 87. Smith 67. Virtually eliminated.
There's a miss, but Jordan will get a chance to replace it.
But he has got to be careful now because he must make the dunk. Otherwise, the maximum he gets is 25, and that could be costly. That could make the situation resulting in one of the other players to sneak past him.
This might open the door for Drexler. I think Smith would have to come up with something awful powerful.
That may have closed the door. Well, that was the semifinal round. They got 3 dunks each.
That was the same dunk he had just missed, and he made a slight adjustment, and you get a look high above.
Now you saw him throw his arm down in there. He was making sure he didn't miss that one. Watch the right hand now. Up high, his hand is there. He ducks out of the way. Now watch him throw it down in through. Now I think 47 is a tough score. That was a very impressive dunk. I think the judges might be affected by the fact he missed, but they're not supposed to be.
145 is his total for the 3 dunks.
He had his whole arm in there, Rick.
He did. He definitely had to duck his head out of the way of the rim.
And that's the twist he was talking about putting on that kiss the rim. In other words, take his head up. Points in the semifinal round. And Dominique Wilkins with 143 points in the semifinals. And this is what the crowd's been waiting for. The championship round. There will be a coin flip to determine who goes first.
I think I'll change my pick.
It's too late. It's too late.
Well, at least my pick is still in there.
So Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins. This could be good. I wonder if they've saved anything
Now,
from the championship round.
Well, Bob, I think that if if Dominique's going to have a chance to beat Michael, he's going to have to get some kind of a running, floating type of a shot as opposed to just the strict power moves that he's been doing if he expects to beat Michael.
All right, Michael Jordan won the coin toss, and he's going to let Dominique Wilkins go first. I might, if I'm Jordan, elect to go first. Here's the Slam Dunk Championship. Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins. Perfect score of 50 on that dunk
Competition.
I'm predicting a 50 on that.
Pretty hard not to give him 50 on that one, Steve. That was impressive. That time he did the two-hander, double clutch, as he did look like the kiss the rim type of dunk he done before.
He got a 50.
Well, we're still even as Jordan goes up and takes it way down and then hammers it home over the top. And you'll see from way up high just how difficult it is. And we'll see.
Right, now he's going to set to throw another one. Final round, Dominique Wilkins. So that's the second 50 of the day for Michael Jordan. But remember the...
Yeah, that'll get some heat on him now. We're gonna see what the judges will do now.
Jordan for his second, and 50 on the first. Oh, look what's going through his mind. He said earlier, sometimes he doesn't decide until he's in the air. Looked like a figure 8 with the double clutch.
This is much like a heavyweight championship crowd, you know, and they are trading big, heavy right punches. Jordan took a long time to think about this, knowing he had to get the judges' attention.
47 was awarded on that dunk.
Oh, that is some great creativity. And you notice he's going with the two-handers. There's another look at that dunk. Now watch when he takes off. Look at the way he moves the ball from the right down low to the left, two hands, and throws it through with authority.
These judges are going to need the National Guard to get out of Chicago Stadium.
Yeah, it's a hostile, ugly crowd now.
Well, Dominique only needs to come up with a great dunk here if he gets a 49 or a 48, 49.
Here's another guy that relishes the challenge and pressure, but again, creativity and imagination is the key. Plus, he's got to make the dunk.
He needs a 48 to tie, a 49 to win. The defending slam dunk champion, Michael Jordan. If he were to win this, he'd be the only two-time winner in the 4-year slam dunk competition. Larry Nance won it, Dominique, Spud Webb, Jordan, and Michael is backing all the way to the middle of the backcourt. Now he's going to the baseline.
If he could somehow do some sort of spin on the way to the hoop, Rick, I think that would almost ensure it for him coming this far away.
All he needs to do is make it from the free throw line like he did before, and he'll win.
He misses. He does get a replacement. He does get a replacement.
Now let's see if the miss
8 to tie Dominique Wilkins. A 49 would win for the second year in a row. The fans are all on their feet, or most of them are anyway.
Now the only way that he's going to lose this competition is if he misses this dunk.
Well, the crowd lets you know what they think of it. Now we will wait for the judges. A 48 ties, a 49 wins.
Michael Jordan scored 50.
They gave him a 50. They gave Jordan a 50. He defends his championship.
And he took off further inside than he did the last time, but it's still a spectacular dunk. And certainly deserving of a high score that he received, Steve. But Dominique Wilkins got the short end of a very impressive dunk.
Consistent judging all day until the last two dunks prior to this, the 47th and the 45.
Note was passed down to the judges.
This is Chicago.
The home fan...
There are going to be those who believe that Dominique Wilkins had the most spectacular performance today. We're going now to Craig Sager and Dominique, who's just been awarded the trophy at center court. He defended the 1987 championship title he held by defeating Dominique Wilkins in the championship round, and the fans loved it here at Chicago Stadium, but there are going to be arguments all day long. Jordan on the day had 3 50s, 1 48, and 4 47s. Now, they're not cumulative scores, but he had a great day dunking the basketball, Steve.
Well, Jordan did have a great day, and as we talked about it during the break, the one area where Jordan got a little breakdown was on his second jump dunk in that final competition.
1987 Slam Dunk Championship, Michael Jordan, right after this.
Adding to it, the finals for the Slam Dunk Championship sponsored by Gatorade. He had fresh.
Yeah, you put
lot of pressure on me, and I didn't know exactly what to do. I mean, 50s are hard to come by, and you have to do something unique, actually, to get a 50. And I guess I didn't do as unique as he did, and I got a 47 after his 50.
What about his 45? Do you think that maybe he deserved more? What would you have given him?
I would have probably gave him close to the 50, but judging is so tough because you got to look at the standards of dunks and measure what is a 50 and what is a 45 and that type of a thing. And I thought he had higher than a 45, and when he did get a 45, then I had a chance at least.
The home crowd advantage definitely in your favor. I saw you walk around, look up in the stands, you looked at our announcers. What were you thinking?
Man, I was searching, trying to find something to give me an idea of what to do. I didn't know what to do. Then all of a sudden, I found the guy who started it all. Dr. J was sitting over there. He was looking at me, and he pointed, like, going back and do the free throw line. And I went back and I did it. First time, I was kind of scared at first, because I was putting so much energy into it. And then the second time, I just put so much energy into it, and my facial expressions, I think, told the story.
Well, it sounds like you lost your voice, but obviously you didn't lose your legs. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Michael Jordan, for the second year in a row, winning the Gatorade Slam Dunk Championships. We'll be back to of basketball dunk shot was literally one guy and another guy's back dropping the ball into the hoop. But in the Slam Dunk Championship, the game of basketball has been elevated to a new height. And this is the reigning champion, the defending champion, Michael Jordan. 3 50s on the afternoon. He had the home crowd at his side. He was hard to beat, and he certainly was not able to be defeated today. Michael Jordan is the reigning Gatorade Slam Dunk Champion, the second year in a row.